Shalom, everyone. Peace to you. I hope that you're doing well today. Welcome in. Welcome back. If you are returning back and you are a subscriber to this channel and you are upright in your heart, I send you love and light. And I just let you guys know that I do lift you all up in prayer when I do pray and things like that. And I ask that you also do the same for me. It's appreciated. If you are brand spanking new, my name is Shannon Hensley. I'm glad to have you. My channel is just different. Buckle up. Audio discretion advised if you have children around, because anything and everything comes out on this platform. The Most High God is to be feared and revered. We're not religious here or anything like that, but may come across that way to some people. It's just a work that I do for uprightness, and we teach karmic activity here and why certain things that have been a mystery to some people, why maybe they're around your life, why they may be there, and we dive deep into deep truth of why that's there in people's life, and only the Most High could reveal things. And so I do incorporate the scripture. It's found in the tarot. It's been proven here on this platform. And so we want the word of the Most High. I won't speak outside of it, period. And you shouldn't either. But if the truth is in you, then you'll be a truth seeker, and you won't want some deceptive lie around you, because it's destructive energy. So anyway, it's different here. I read the cards differently, so you'll learn them in a different way as well. But I welcome you. You have to know that even those of you who may just recently have subscribed to the channel, there are times when the Spirit of God will come upon me, and that energy is just like a ball of, I don't even know how to explain it to you, but I will just shoot right out of that energy, and it may be uncomfortable for you. Sometimes it's uncomfortable for me. I asked God one time, why in the world do you let me feel this stuff? And he told me, he said, don't ask me why I created you that way. I did not know that that was a scripture. And then later I opened the scripture, and that was right there. And so we are not to ask God, why did you make me this way? If we're in righteousness, he uses us. We are like the clay in his hands. If you belong to him, he can do whatever he wants for his own pleasure through us. I just yield to him. And it's a very intense channel, because God's shaking us to stand up and walk right in the earth realm, because people are dying spiritually, and if you're dead spiritually, you're dead naturally. I mean, you're just twice dead at that point. And so we just learn hard truths. It is a work that I do, and when you go to work, you're intense on your work. You're there to work, and so it's a spiritual work that's done for the Most High God. Okay, and people call him many different names. He has different names that he even says you can call out on if you need, him to provide. He's Jehovah Jireh, our God who provides, and he calls himself many names, but he says my name forever is Jehovah, which is the tetragrammaton. Some people say Yahweh, some people say Yahuwah. I pronounce it Jehovah. I have a video down below that shows you why I call him that, and show you right out of the tarot his name, and it's all broken down, and I think it will give a good healthy fear to watch that video for for positive purposes. God tells us if we don't fear him, we have no wisdom, folks. And so hopefully you will learn your Father in heaven and be blessed. All right, let's get started here today. Yehovah, what do you want to bring out? What kind of messages do you want to bring out today? We're starting with the tarot this morning before we get into some word decks. Yehovah, what do you want to bring out today? You're either spying, or somebody's spying on you, or a child, or there's a little gossipy communication. This is checking things out. This is also seeing things from different perspectives. Some people may be stuck. If somebody is spying on somebody, then somebody could be going to jail. There's backwards organization also showing here in the hangman with the number 4, or somebody's foundation's upside down, or you're seeing something from a different perspective to change your foundation as well. The hangman represents a predator, and so somebody's stalking, then you got a stalker. Ooh, we ain't afraid of stalkers. You better be afraid of our God. What I have to say, it's dumb. We have a judgment going on here. Okay, somebody's a real liar. on something here. The letter L and the letter R. The pictograph here also looks like the letter J. So positive or negative, person, place, or thing, first, middle, last name being called out here. This is a final judgment on something. There's your house right here. So somebody's house is under some type of a backwards organization, or the foundation has not been laid down by God, because God says unless he builds the house, it's being built in vain. God says unless he's watching the city, then it's all done in vain. Then it's going to be destroyed in the end anyway, because it wasn't built right. And so there is a judgment today on households, or something about your celebrations that are coming up. Somebody's trying to look from every angle, checking things out about your home here. Hold on just a second. Let me grab a different deck. Look at the head of something here when the judgment card comes out. Somebody at the top of something, or that's you, or head of household definitely is here. Show me what the spy is here for. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, they came out crossing on this judgment. Okay, so for some of y'all, it's going to be positive, positive, negative all day long, depending on who you are and where you stand with Most High God. Because he's your shield, and he's my shield when we trust in him, right? The Pentacle is out here, so there's something to do with money, or a new start is out here. Something physical is around this judgment today. Ten of Cups, it's either going to be so over the top emotional, or it's going to be emotional fulfillment, depending on who and what you are. Why is this here? What else is the reason why this is here? A lot of cups out here. Something stormy when the Hangman comes out. There could be something poisonous around your house as well. Something that has been created is going to be known about. It's got emotion around it as well. The Nine of Wands. So this deck, it talks about, see that bird on the back of that fox? So there's treachery here for a lot of people, because the fox represents that. But this card talks about somebody's constantly on somebody's back. This is a wounded warrior, and somebody's got stormy stuff going on. Came out with the Hermit as well. This is really going within and thinking about this judgment, or somebody's thinking about putting a judgment on something. Also came out with the Page of Cups. So this is an apology. Hopefully that page is in the upright, because that's seducing, fishy nonsense for some of you all. For some of y'all, this could, if you're pregnant and stuff, your genitals are out here with the 8th house. If there was something secretive, then people are fixing to see a bunch of stuff and come up out of the grave and be surprised at something, and it could be stormy around a home. But if there's obviously some type of treachery out here around some stuff, and there's a disguise. The letter T is out here as well. Hermit can represent medical things with the 6th house. But if there was something signed for some of you all, then something was signed out here, and somebody has forged something with that pentacle. And now somebody's on somebody's back. You got to it's going to crumble, though, because the heavens are coming up in here and going to give a real stormy judgment on somebody's home, on some nonsense out here. You let man control you, you're in a really bad place. Look, there's a bunch of people either going to get up in here and tear down some big shot energy, stupidness. This is a betrayal energy with the 10 of swords coming out here. Okay, well, somebody's spying around, a betrayal around your home. Somebody's married as well. That's come out real heavy, because that's the hour that we're in. Show me the spy. So somebody's spying around your house. It's the 4 of Wands again. It's here twice. Okay, somebody's spying around your house. Go ahead and spy. What's your problem? You idiot. So, oh, somebody got porky brain. Somebody's brain's fried. So there's a death here because the 8th house is here. It's a very sacrificial thing is out here today for collective energy. But look, the 5 of Swords is a defeat. Somebody hides behind something here and thinking that nobody sees me, and their brain's crazy cuckoo. Okay, this is like, I don't care, win at all costs. You'll never win. This is a defeat. You got problems. Somebody does. There's conflict out here because somebody's trying to control somebody. staying on somebody all the time in some treacherous thing that's taken place with this bad betrayal. Somebody's weaved a web out here, and eventually people are going to get up in here and tear down some idiot energy, whether it's your family member, something at your work, or just an energy needs to be tore down, folks. That's not upright. 10 of Pentacles is now at the bottom of the deck, which is either large sums of money, things like that could be out here. That's also a commitment. There's something around a big commitment out here, and somebody's got a stupid conflict around it. What's in the hidden space today, Jehovah, that we need to know about? I woke up this morning just real slow moving, so I apologize if I'm coming across a certain way. What's in the hidden space, Jehovah? Somebody's mask is coming off. Came out in the reverse the other day as well. So somebody wears a mask. Again, somebody thinks that they can hide behind something that's taken place. It could be 2 marriages involved with something as well. But anyway, somebody's two-faced. Why are you two-faced? Get off my platform. You're a disgrace in the earth. You tear that mask off today and let God work on you and rebuild you the right way, or you're going straight to hell. You're getting a really bad judgment today. Somebody's two-faced. Can't stand that crap. They're in the hidden space, and God's going to make a judgment. Again, whoever been wearing a mask, something coming out. Something going to be storming on somebody. Somebody's sitting there spying because they don't want something known because they're on top of somebody's back. God's going to make it come out. God's going to make it come out. Everything in the hidden comes out. Jehovah says, I see the good and the evil in every place. What else is in the hidden space? Let me say it again because it's coming through again. These came out, so we'll look at them. People better accept that the hour that we are in, God is doing a separation. And he said that my hand would be known towards my servants and my indignation towards my enemy. So all you folks that won't take off a mask and face the mirror and whatever you got to go through for the consequences of some crap that you've done. Because I've done things in my own life. I've had to take the responsibility, and so you don't get to escape that either. I've seen God just take my life and turn it upside down for positive purposes to rebuild things and teach me. And if you're not willing to do that, you're going to hell, and you will die in this realm. All of us have an appointed time someday that we're going to leave this realm, like we always talk about. If you don't take that mask off, ain't going to be good for you. It will be ripped off, and you'll be standing there like a fool. Because the promotion of a fool is shame. There's communication. So you better accept. You get on one side or the other, because God said the other day, you better accept the hour that we're in, because he's cutting people out of the earth. Big numbers of people. A bear has come out over and over and over in the prophecy in Daniel that we talked about yesterday. We've talked about it on the platform in more detail. Much flesh was taken out because of that stuff. But anyway, there's communication. Somebody's mask is ripped off in some communication today. And God's revealing that they've been deceptive, secretive in the hidden space. It is. Somebody's on somebody's back. You better not say anything. Coming out anyway, honey. Mean energy is in the hidden space. Somebody wears a mask out here. Somebody in the hidden space. You may already know what's going on. Okay? This is making a decision, being at a crossroad. Which door are you going to take? Like I said, there's a separation here today. The Most High is saying so. Your choice. At the end of the deck, or the bottom of the deck, there's a lady here. This can represent somebody of importance to something. So your wife or a female boss or whoever that is a female connected to something specifically out here. So whether you're upright or not, I don't know. Hopefully you are. And most of you all who are, then I'm standing with you. God's taking out every enemy. We either stand together in the truth or you're our enemy, folks. What do you want to bring out here, Jehovah? Amethyst. I'm hearing amethyst. I heard it in my sleep. I came right up out of sleep this morning with the Holy Spirit saying amethyst. And so a lot about that. We're not going to get into it this morning, but it just came through again. So, Jehovah, what do you want to bring out here? So, somebody is being told to not follow a multitude to go do some evil out here, or they've already done it. Look, you got a bunch of people involved down here, these little spiders and stuff. Anyway, the Most High says for us not to follow a multitude, a bunch of people just to go do some evil out here. Just because the crowd's doing it, that doesn't mean it's right. Somebody's already done that, and now somebody's got spying on them, and they're willing to sit here and lie. If that's death matters, and there's a mound showing there as well. Anyway, it's evil. Thou shalt not kill, all that kind of stuff. It says you shall not speak in a cause to decline after many, to wrestle with the judgment as well. Somebody is wrestling. They're stuck, looking from every angle. This is showing somebody speaking, and so that energy is here, but something's going to be judged on a matter. Something's going to be judged on there. Something very messy going on. Very messy is what the Most High is saying. Oh, these came out. I didn't see those. It says, even a child is known by his doings. Okay, God just wants to pound us this week. So even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure or whether it be right. So again, we know if something's right or wrong. It says, I just read that one. What else do you want to bring out here? I'm hearing messy, 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 messy. Something is messy because it's stormy out here with that hangman. It says, thou shalt not steal. Okay, well, there's thievery out here. It's really big. The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy your home. What else is going on? You'll hold up. It says, favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. Listen, women. Anybody, but this talking about a woman who fears the Most High God. You think that you something because you're so cute. All this beauty, eventually everybody's wrinkly at the end of it all. Whoever you are. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman that fears the Most High God, Jehovah, she shall be praised. It says, quench not the spirit and do not neglect prophecies. Prove all things, hold fast to that which is good, and abstain from all appearances of evil. And somebody's wrestling with a bunch of people to go do something here. Or they did. It says somebody wants to control you. Here that is. Whoever the control for, I don't care what you are. You don't have a right to control a person. You're full of demons. Somebody is crazy out here. Somebody wants to control you where they have no right, and God's fixing to take vengeance. There's big judgment coming on you. Big judgment. Jezebel came out yesterday, and the day before that scripture came out again. Last 3 days, it's somebody wants to control you. Somebody wants to control you. Somebody wants to control you. Go right on ahead, because some of us are going to get up and say, shut up and sit down. I won't let you control me. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You'll teach my hands out of war and shut the fools up. This makes me mad. This makes me mad. Some stupid idiot is out here. Look how dumb they are in their brain. They have no idea how insane they are to even be in that energy, and what happens to them at the end is eternal death. It says to buy the truth and sell it not. It costs us to stand in the truth, but it's profitable for us. Buy the truth and sell it not. Also buy wisdom and instruction and understanding. If you don't have wisdom, then you don't fear God. At the bottom of the deck, it says somebody wants to say that they really do care, and so you need to get up and say so. Somebody else tried to say, no, you won't, because there's jealousy for some of you all. There's in the hidden space, somebody's stupid idiot, and they use probably fear tactics or their position to do some stuff. I don't care what somebody's position is. You are either in integrity, folks, or you're not, and somebody's not in this reading. Somebody got a bunch of people wrestling with some crap where evilness is about it, and it's a woman. And either you are to be praised because you love the Most High who gives us instruction, or whoever the woman is crazy. Your mask is being ripped off. You some type of crazy cuckoo. This is a defeat on you. It's dumb. We call you dumb. You did something. That's the only reason why you're on somebody's back. Now you got to get all of these other people to be on your side, because you don't want a judgment on something, but God will find a way to judge you and I all day long anyway. something's complete here or fixing to be complete here. It says, give me another chance. Okay, well, anyway, if somebody does really want to say that they care, and whoever's trying to stop that, and it's okay and lawful in the eyes of God for something to happen, you just got some idiot playing games around you. If it's meant to be, then they will give you another chance, prayerfully, whatever that is. Somebody's begging you for another chance because they need you for some type of connection, because they're mixed up in some nonsense and they're going to win at all costs. They're constantly trying to figure out, what can I do next? Because for some people, there's gel attached to some stuff. Then obviously you need to know that you don't need to give somebody another chance. Somebody's mask being ripped off. You're going to see somebody for who they are today. Or maybe you already know. Somebody's got some stalker spy, something out here. Something about somebody wants you to work with them. So that's either positive or negative. Again, if you're having to wrestle around and they want you to get up in this group to do something, you better watch out, folks. It says that a business is involved, and there's money and possessions out here involved in some. There's property out here with the Four of Wands coming out here twice. There's been a baby attached to something, or you work for OBGYN medical, that somebody did get pregnant with something. It was aborted, okay? Because the hangman would represent that. Your genitals are here with the 8th house. So anyway, there's a baby situation that comes out on the platform all the time. Jehovah says that I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers. This is God saying it. He says he will be a swift witness against sorcerers and against adulterers and against false swearers, against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, and the widow and the fatherless, and turn aside the stranger from his right, and to those who fear me not, Jehovah saith. So he's going to be a swift witness against you if you don't even fear him. Whoever thinks they're going to get a bunch of people up in here and do whatever, God ain't moved by you. He said, I'm fixing to get up in your face. Especially any of those people that are like literally serving God and praising God and walking by God and selling the truth. You really don't have a chance. You really don't have a chance. So anyway, if you can turn today, folks, you need to turn today from some nonsense and just take your mask off and do your inner work and let God rebuild you the right way. Otherwise, there's damnation. Okay, there's family betrayal that is out here, and somebody's stuck in the past. That's dangerous energy, but that's your business. You can choose to be whatever you want. We're told not to stand in the sinner's way. Go ahead, be that way. Go ahead and take your little authority, abuse it, do whatever you think you got to do with it. You think you just wipe your mouth at something that's going on here. God's saying he's going to judge you. You just need to trust. There is a property owner. Property's out here, and Jezebel goes back to property, which she came out yesterday. The Most High says somebody has hidden intentions, but he sees it and it's being exposed. That's why that mask came out in the reverse. Somebody has overheard something that's been said. Well, that's what somebody knows. Good. I hope you're here. All the people has done stuff to me. I'm glad you hear it, because what you hear out of this mouth is what my Father in heaven has to say against you. You're wrong to show up in the earth in some stupid way. There's a fight. Jehovah says to get up and fight in his name. He don't lose. His name is a strong tower, and they who run into it are safe. So they don't give a rip about nothing. They're a lost cause. This is somebody who's a lost cause. They're in rebellion. They don't give a rip about nothing. Maybe your X is here. The pictograph looks like an X. It's actually the letter N. And this has to do with having to search for your necessities and stuff. Somebody don't care. They have hidden intentions around that stuff. They're trying to sit here from every angle. How can I get somebody to whatever? How can I get all these people up on my side because I'm jealous or something happens? So now I got to stay on people's back to try to get everybody to da-da-da-da-da with me. And they got some people wrestling with some stuff, but somebody's a downright devil out here. They mean, they crazy, don't care if they're cute. They ain't cute. You're ugly on the inside. God don't look at the outward appearance. He looks at our heart. And somebody's heart's nasty out here. And they don't even care because they're full of the devil. Anyway, may this person be embarrassed in front of all the people that they got up in here wrestling with some crap. This is apathy and hatefulness and stuff like that. Somebody just don't care. Neither do we. Neither does God. Somebody's God's enemy. He's going to be real swift today on somebody. So go ahead and try it. Those of you who are trying to go to another party and get them wrestling around to get to do something because of betrayal out here that you've done, or you're trying to take matters in your own hands, and God says vengeance is his, or you already did. Now there's a bigger mess than there was, and some craziness, and somebody's weaved a web out here, and stupidness. It's stupidness. Anyway, somebody does have hidden intentions, and somebody needs to tell somebody no. There's a judgment going on anyway because the hierarchy is out here. Jehovah's going to judge somebody. The R, the N, again, we have OBGYN energy out here, so you can be RN in any kind of medical if you want to. The R and the X, so there is something medical around something. And again, for a lot of you all, there's been an aborted child out here around something. There's been 2 marriages attached to something, or one party or the other was married. The letter L and the letter J also came out in this reading. The letter Q appears here. The J appears there. The T is also out here in this reading. I bless all of you who will do the correct thing in our moments every single time. Look, if you've fallen down, I'm begging you to please turn around and do what's right, because your life is at stake. It really is. I wouldn't play around with the Spirit of the living God. I really wouldn't play around with the Spirit of the living God. He's bigger than you and I. He's to be honored and feared and loved on. And he can't stand this nonsense. He's righteous. And if you don't want to be righteous and you don't care, you're out. I'm so sorry you don't like that, but you're out. Sickles on you. Have a great day, my brothers and sisters who are upright. Until next time, shalom.